top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Government should give us more information on Venezuelan bomber, says Dr. Henry Jeffrey. $150 million in spy equipment for intelligence agency. Legislation to be retabled in Parliament soon. Seoul, Guyana has committed to conducting an internal review of its safety protocol after gas station bombing. South Turkeyen residents sound alarm over stagnant water, mosquito infestation following drainage works undertaken by Delta Trucking and Logistics. And in sport, National Sports Commission to celebrate Guyana's athletic achievement for 2024. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm ALETHEA Grant with the Thursday, 30th October 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what you should know this evening. Give us more information on the Regent Street bomber, pleads Dr. Henry Jeffrey. Who sent him? Why? Was the act state-sponsored? You'll hear more from Travis Chase.
Political scientist and former government minister under the People's Progressive Party Civic, Dr. Henry Jeffrey, has added his voice to the national conversation surrounding the recent bombing by a Venezuelan national at the mobile gas station on Regent Street, Georgetown. Appearing on the social media program Politics 101, hosted by Dr. David Hines, Dr. Jeffrey said there are still more questions and answers, even though police have confirmed they have arrested the man behind the attack.
He pleaded guilty. They are not saying what he, maybe it can be a secret, what he has pleaded guilty to or anything like that. We know nothing. I can make a case that it could be sent by any of the groups. There's Solidario or whatsoever he's a member of. They are tied in with the government at some points, at other points not. There are other rivals fighting there.
Police have already disclosed that the suspect, Daniel Alexander Perdomo, has reportedly confessed to carrying out the deadly explosion, which claimed the life of 6-year-old Soraya Bourne and left 4 others seriously injured. Dr. Jeffrey says he hopes investigators get to the bottom of the many unanswered questions surrounding the incident.
We don't know who sent that man, to be truthful. Whether or not he was sent by this group in Venezuela, we have no idea what he was doing because we have not been told by the authorities who have captured him.
It has since come to light that the main suspect and 8 accomplices reportedly surveyed the gas station for hours before planting the explosive device. Investigators also revealed that Perdomo entered Guyana illegally on the same day the bomb was detonated.
But at the same time, that is the reality that we know. I can't make a statement of why he's here. I can make a lot of speculations about who can send him and who can't send him, and that might not sound too nice. But at the end of the day, we have it. The government should give us more information about what is taking place. Indeed, I can make a case maybe that the government has sent him.
The prime suspect, Ramres Perdomo, is now facing multiple charges, including terrorism, murder, attempted murder, arson, and malicious damage to property. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Thanks, Travis. $150 million in spy equipment has been purchased by an intelligence gathering agency in Guyana. That information is now forthcoming ahead of the legislation being retabled during the 13th sitting of the National Assembly. Here is more.
Guyana's National Intelligence and Security Agency, headed by Guyana Defense Force Colonel Sheldon Howell, spent approximately $150 million last year on high-tech surveillance and intelligence gathering equipment. According to information published on the Public Procurement Commission's website, the purchases included espionage devices, polygraph machines, geolocation finders, earbuds, wristwatches, and eyeglasses fitted with hidden cameras, along with waterproof cameras and drone jammers. The acquisitions were part of NISA's capital expenditure budget for the 2024 fiscal year, aimed at strengthening the agency's intelligence and counter-espionage capabilities. Meanwhile, the NISA bill, which has been before a parliamentary select committee since 2023, following strong criticism from the then APNU-AFC opposition, is set to return to the National Assembly. Attorney General Anil Nandlal confirmed that the bill will be retabled during the 13th Parliament. When the legislation was first introduced, leader of the People's National Congress Reform, Aubrey Norton, described it as retrogressive, dictatorial, and not designed to promote security. He warned that such an agency could result in political harassment and violations of citizens' rights. Then APNU-AFC Member of Parliament Roysdale Ford also argued that the bill offered insufficient safeguards against abuse and risk infringing on the fundamental rights of Guyanese citizens, including their right to privacy and the protection of personal information. The National Intelligence and Security Agency is tasked with collecting and processing intelligence from multiple sources and advising the President on matters of national security. It is also responsible for conducting investigations into issues deemed critical to national safety. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Paul Slow has come out swinging at local law enforcement, criticizing the agency for its handling of evidence in the terrorism case against the Venezuelan national responsible for last Sunday's gas station bombing. Marvin Cato has more.
Something like this requires a lot of forensic evidence. Forget about the, as you said, confession and so on might be good, but that cannot stand to gain a conviction by itself.
That was retired Assistant Commissioner of Police, Paul Slow, on the program Context, explaining that forensic evidence, not a confession, is going to be key in the terrorism case, which will be brought against the suspected terrorists for last Sunday's bombing.
If it was a bomb, you need forensic evidence about the bomb. What type of bomb is what it was? What type of explosive device? What was the triggering mechanism?
Slow was adamant that the need for specialized forensic help would be paramount.
I was shocked and horrified when I saw what was said to be the closing of this suspect. And they were definitive, this is what the suspect wore. How would they know that?
He was critical of the police's handling of the purported clothing said to have been worn by the suspected terrorists.
If that indeed was the clothing that the suspect wore, then you ought to have recognized that that is critical evidence in this matter. And therefore, it comes to the point how you handled the evidence.
Slow reminded that one cannot know until forensic analysis is done. If not, his lawyer could confidently argue that there was no proper handling of the evidence and there could have been contamination.
So in a case like this, it requires a lot of scientific forensic work to determine, because from the clothing, if indeed that was the clothing worn by the suspect, you'd have to look for DNA.
Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, following the devastating bombing that occurred Sunday last, Seoul, Guyana has committed to conducting an internal review of its safety protocol. Here again is Marvin Cato.
In a statement on Wednesday, Seoul, Guyana, distributors of mobile products, said it has launched an internal review of its safety and security protocols following the deadly terror attack last Sunday that resulted in the death of 6-year-old Soraya Bourne and grievous bodily harm to her relatives. Seoul informed that it is deeply saddened by the tragic explosion which resulted in the loss of life. The company also indicated that it is fully cooperating with the Ministry of Home Affairs that has staff on site conducting further investigations. At a recent press conference, the Guyana Police Force, GPF, confirmed that the incident is being treated as a criminal matter and that the police has the main suspect in custody who is cooperating and assisting with the investigation. Sol said it is committed to and are at the disposal of the police as it remains committed to assisting in any way possible. The statement said, and I quote, "We recognize the public concern surrounding this devastating incident and reaffirm that the safety and well-being of our team, customers, and the community remains our top priority," end quote. The company said it encourages the public to follow official safety guidance as it will continue to share verified updates when available and will continue to avoid the affected area while investigations are ongoing. Venezuelan national Daniel Alexander Ramirez Podemo, who entered Guyana illegally hours before the explosion, has claimed responsibility for what local enforcement has since classified a terror attack. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Join us after the break. We have more news for you.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Did you tell him that Danny went to pick up KFC?
No, wait a minute. Are we really not going to tell him we already have KFC?
A tasty dinner shouldn't be that complicated. Crunch the routine and order a delicious KFC bucket for the best price. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Commissioner Rolfe Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC, Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624-629-4021 or 619-7880. At Krishna Rolfe Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
HGP Nightly News. A 15-year-old schoolboy is now dead after being hit by a speeding car reportedly driven by a police officer. The accident occurred Thursday morning at Success on the east coast of Demerara. Jada Joan reports.
15-year-old Navendra Mahiz of Lot 44, Le Souvenir, East Coast Demerara, and a student of Annandale Secondary School, died after he was struck on a pedestrian crossing by a speeding motor car driven by 35-year-old female police corporal along the Success Public Road, East Coast Demerara. Police reports indicate that the tragic accident occurred at around 7:30 Thursday morning as Navendra attempted to cross the roadway using the pedestrian crossing. Investigators said the car, bearing registration number PAB214, was traveling west along the northern carriageway where the third lane was active at the time when it collided with a teenager. Video footage revealed that the female driver continued to proceed further west while the pedestrian was standing at the median that separates the two carriageway facing north. The student then attempted to cross the road in a northern direction using the pedestrian crossing, and in doing so, the left side front portion of the car collided with the schoolboy. The impact threw the young boy onto the roadway, leaving him with severe head injuries and a fractured leg. Public-spirited citizens rushed to assist and transport the injured boy to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where doctors fought to save his life. He was pronounced dead at 9:56 a.m. while receiving medical attention. The police corporal involved in the incident is now under close arrest and is cooperating with investigators. His body is currently at the Georgetown Public Hospital mortuary awaiting a post-mortem examination. The Guyana Police Force has since launched a full investigation into the circumstances surrounding the accident. The incident has sparked renewed concern about road safety, particularly near school zones and pedestrian crossings. Jada June reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Residents of South Turkeyen are raising serious concerns over stagnant water, rising mosquito infestations, and an apparent lack of response from relevant authorities, all in the name of infrastructural development. Jada June has that story.
A growing health and environmental concern is unfolding in South Turkeyen along Red Road, just south of the Turkeyen police station. For weeks, residents said they have been battling stagnant water, flooding in their yards, and an explosion in mosquito population, which are conditions they believe are being made worse by ongoing drainage works in the area. The main drainage canal, which runs parallel to the roadway, is currently blocked to facilitate the laying of new concrete drains. However, no temporary measures were put in place to divert or pump the accumulated water. As a result, residents say water levels have risen dangerously close to their homes, threatening foundations and creating a breeding ground for mosquitoes. One concerned and outspoken resident who prefers to remain anonymous told Nightly News that despite repeated calls and emails to the Ministry of Public Works, the Mayor and City Council, and even the Environmental Protection Agency, no effective action was being taken. In his letter, the residents commended the roadwork initiative but highlighted several serious issues, including water stagnation, blocked access road due to construction materials, poor traffic management, and the absence of illuminated signs to warn motorists at night. It was noted that potable water to the area has been significantly reduced since the start of the works, calling for collaboration with the Guyana Water Incorporated to restore a reliable water supply. Residents are now warning that with the increase in dengue and filaria cases, the situation could quickly turn into a public health disaster if left unaddressed. Meanwhile, late Tuesday, Nightly News was able to make contact with an engineer in the Ministry of Public Works who had promised that by Wednesday, efforts would be made to have the contractor drain the area. On Wednesday morning, 2 small pumps were seen pumping water. Thursday morning, the pumps were again operable, but by Thursday midday, the pumps were off and the situation practically remained the same. Several telephone calls to the engineer went unanswered. When contacted, residents say they are still waiting an official response from the Ministry of Public Works or the project contractor. Meanwhile, they are calling for immediate drainage intervention and mosquito control measures before the situation worsens. Delta Trucking and Logistics was awarded a $1.5 billion rehabilitation, construction, and upgrade of E-Field Sophia between Dennis Street and the Blakeo. The project is scheduled for completion in 12 months. Jada June reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Proceedings in the voir dire phase of the election fraud trial continued on Wednesday before Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Magusti, as the court viewed the video interview with former returning officer Clement Mingo. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Day 37 of the election fraud trial continued on Thursday before Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Magusti at the Georgetown Magistrates Court, where proceedings into the voir dire resumed and the video interview with former returning officer Clement Mingo was played in court. The morning session began with Detective Senior Superintendent and Deputy Crime Chief Mitchell Caesar, who also heads the Major Crimes Unit, returning to the witness box for further cross-examination. He was questioned extensively about his conduct during the interview process with Mingo, which was done in the absence of Mingo's attorney, Darren Wade. Following Caesar's testimony, Inspector Nigel Stevens of the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, took the stand. Stevens testified that on August 28, 2020, while on duty, he received instructions and conducted a video-recorded interview with Mingo, which was the same recording played in court. He was later cross-examined at length by defense attorney Nigel Hughes. During the afternoon session, Corporal Jarman Richards, stationed at the CID headquarters, also testified in the voir dire. Richards told the court that in 2020, while attached to the crime laboratory, he was instructed to record a video interview with Mingo on August 25, 2020, as part of the ongoing investigation. The matter is expected to continue on October 31, 2025, when additional witnesses are slated to take the stand. The charges before the court stem from investigations into the March 2020 general and regional elections, during which several former officials of the Ghana Elections Commission (GECOM) and others were accused of attempting to manipulate election results. In total, the defendants faced 19 conspiracy charges related to alleged electoral fraud. The prosecution has indicated plans to call approximately 73 witnesses in the ongoing trial. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Join us after the break. We have more news for you.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. CVON's waste management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call CVON's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
You know, brethren.
Yeah, blood.
I said like you didn't pass it through today.
Nah, boys, them file here, you tell people stop me and it take come to me on help.
Oh, boy, hey, I hiding from them people all now, boy. You want none of them things. Plus, I skipped them people last year. And did you I feel good? Make no sense like tech, though. You think this is still gonna take us out? Ja.
No matter what, you could feel good, but the worm still, and you said you could get a big foot and all.
Oh, hey, Bigfoot, worm. Hey, man, stop playing, you know. Hey, me auntie take them pills and she gets sick. Really. Plus, me auntie, me sister and them did irritated that them Bigfoot and them things come from crap who blow in on your foot.
Yes.
Or over your body, and not file your body.
Nice, serious body. You see, if you don't take the pill, the worm goes inside you for years. Plus, when the mosquito bite you can pass on a crime, give it to your family or even weak. Besides, plus, your auntie must see you had the thing and all, the pill help shit. Don't believe in them over be a stubbornness, dog.
So wait, you telling the rascal get this thing you could give family and don't even know?
Yeah, man. Plus, if you think get bad, your foot and your skin will big. Even your baskets will big, you get gory.
Hey. You are none of them. Hey, bye, best you take this pill and done, bye. Yeah, but that's why we all got to take the file your pill. Yeah. Protect your family and everybody else.
We are talking about file area gonna get knocked out. TKO.
With the HGP Nightly News, Guyana has reaffirmed its commitment to tackling domestic violence through stronger legislation and coordinated national responses as top government officials joined regional leaders at a high-level symposium in Barbados. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
As your partnership for national unity is in a phase of reconciliation and rebuilding, Psycho Andrews, an incoming member of parliament, noted that himself and other members are taking notes of the issues affecting residents through various community engagements. Andrew says his party will constantly be on the neck of the government to ensure its policies resonate with the populace.
We have to be able to create the platform outside of Parliament. So whatever those issues that affect them, whatever those mistakes that the government is about to make or have made, we have to hold the government accountable in Parliament when the platform becomes available, and create that platform outside of Parliament, meeting them through social media to let them know, hey, we are your representatives.
He added that through ongoing community engagements, the party is also taking notes of how it can improve relations with its grassroots base. While the Partnership for National Unity would have witnessed deflections during the 2025 general and regional elections, Andrews said it is on a different trajectory.
What we're doing now is going back to our constituency, going back to the communities and connecting with individuals, young people, saying to them, hey, how did we miss you? What is it that we did not do? And they would honestly give us some feedback, and based on that, we were able now to chart a better way forward.
In addition to meeting with his constituencies, Andrews noted that himself and party representatives are also reconnecting with subgroups in the People's National Congress Reform to discuss other methodologies to strengthening community representation.
We're talking about revitalizing our party groups, being able to connect back with our members to find out what are the issues that have not allowed you to participate at the level that we wanted you to participate at, and to meet these young people.
The businessman frankly told Nightly News that like any political organization, APNU had its shortcomings and is taking corrective measures. He added that the party is committed to representing all of its constituencies and ensure issues affecting youths in particular are prioritized.
We're saying to young people, listen, we're making a move, we're going to be representing you, and we're going to dig deep, we're going to offer you great representation, and, whatever we would have done in the past that you think that, we messed up with, we apologize for those things, and we're going to move forward.
Notably, the party on a daily basis is engaging in community outreaches with local government elections likely to be held in 2026. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
A Partnership for National Unity is already eyeing what will be a very key race at next year's local government elections. The party's member, Saiku Andrews, said it has been paying keen attention to the issues affecting residents and the party's relations with its grassroots supporters. Antonio Day reports.
As your Partnership for National Unity is in a phase of reconciliation and rebuilding, Saiku Andrews, an incoming member of parliament, noted that himself and other members are taking notes of the issues affecting residents through various community engagements. Andrews says his party will constantly be on the neck of the government to ensure its policies resonate with the populace.
We have to be able to create the platform outside of Parliament. So whatever those issues that affect them, whatever those mistakes that the government is about to make or have made, we have to hold the government accountable in Parliament when the platform becomes available, and create that platform outside of Parliament, meeting them through social media to let them know, hey, we are your representatives.
He added that through ongoing community engagements, the party is also taking notes of how it can improve relations with its grassroots base. While the Partnership for National Unity would have witnessed deflections during the 2025 general and regional elections, Andrews said it is on a different trajectory.
What we're doing now is going back to our constituency, going back to the communities and connecting with individuals, young people, saying to them, hey, how did we miss you? What is it that we did not do? And they would honestly give us some feedback, and based on that, we were able now to chart a better way forward.
In addition to meeting with his constituencies, Andrews noted that himself and party representatives are also reconnecting with subgroups in the People's National Congress Reform to discuss other methodologies to strengthening community representation.
We're talking about revitalizing our party groups, being able to connect back with our members to find out what are the issues that have not allowed you to participate at the level that we wanted you to participate at, and to meet these young people.
The businessman frankly told Nightly News that like any political organization, APNU had its shortcomings and is taking corrective measures. He added that the party is committed to representing all of its constituencies and ensure issues affecting youths in particular are prioritized.
We're saying to young people, listen, we're making a move, we're going to be representing you, and we're going to dig deep, we're going to offer you great representation, and, whatever we would have done in the past that you think that, we messed up with, we apologize for those things, and we're going to move forward.
Notably, the party on a daily basis is engaging in community outreaches with local government elections likely to be held in 2026. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Magistrates across Guyana have participated in a vital training session aimed at strengthening the judicial response to survivors of gender-based violence. The one-day workshop, led by the Honorable Chief Justice Melissa Gillespie of the Provincial Court of British Columbia, focused on addressing gender-based and stereotypes within the justice system. Jada June is on that story.
On October 28, 2025, the Honorable Chief Justice Melissa Gillespie of the Provincial Court of British Columbia conducted a one-day workshop under the theme, and I quote, "Applying a trauma-informed, gender and culturally sensitive approach to the application of justice," close quote. The session brought together magistrates from all magisterial districts across Guyana and was held in collaboration with the Judiciary of Guyana and the Justice Education Society, Guyana, with funding support from Global Affairs Canada. The workshop aimed to increase awareness among members of the judiciary on how gender bias and stereotypes can impact the delivery of justice, particularly for women and girls who are survivors of sexual and gender-based violence. According to global statistics, 1 in 3 women have experienced physical or sexual violence. In Guyana, that figure is even more alarming, where 1 in every 2 women reported to having experienced some form of violence. Recognizing that many survivors carry histories of trauma, the workshop emphasized the need for trauma-informed approaches in the courtroom. These practices aim to ensure that survivors are treated with sensitivity and respect, and that the judicial process does not re-traumatize those seeking justice. By the end of the session, magistrates gained valuable insights into how trauma-informed, gender and culturally sensitive principles can be effectively integrated into their adjudication processes, ultimately strengthening the justice system's response to survivors of gender-based violence. The initiative forms part of ongoing efforts by the Judiciary of Guyana and its international partners to promote a more compassionate and equitable justice system for all. Jada June reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Live the island dream. It's your chance to be one of over 100 winners in the Island Dream promotion. Win your share of more than $1 million in cash and prizes, plus 2 all-inclusive weekend staycations for 2. And that's not all. Score coolers packed with Buster, Turbo, Altitude, and Viva. Just buy any can or bottle of Turbo, Buster, Altitude, or Viva. Find the code starting with BB, then visit at Buster Guyana or Turbo_Caribbean on IG or Facebook for details.
Live the island dream, get money. Live the island dream.
Oil and gas companies are investing $225 million to support women-owned businesses in Guyana. This means women who operate small and medium-sized enterprises will receive jobs, skills training, and assistance to improve their businesses when providing services. These investments are creating a more inclusive environment for all Guyanese to thrive. Since oil production started offshore, long-term investments have opened doors for Guyanese, shaping the industry and local economy for generations to come.
Mom, did you tell him that Danny went to pick up KFC?
No, wait a minute. Are we really not going to tell him we already have KFC?
A tasty dinner shouldn't be that complicated. Crunch the routine and order a delicious KFC bucket for the best price. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. I am Antonio Day. Starting off with news in the Caribbean. People across the Northern Caribbean are beginning to dig out from the destruction of the Hurricane Melissa as deaths from the catastrophic storm climbed to at least 28 across Haiti, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic, with Haiti reporting most of those fatalities. On Thursday, Melissa was moving away from the Bahamas and had turned toward Bermuda, which is expected to pass later in the day, according to the National Hurricane Center. In Jamaica, the rumble of large machinery, whining of chainsaws and chopping of machetes echoed throughout the southeast as the government workers and residents began clearing roads in a push to reach isolated communities that sustained a direct hit from one of the most powerful Atlantic storms on record. Stunned residents wandered about, some staring at their roofless homes and waterlogged belongings strewn along them. Continuing with news in the region. The Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean, ECLAC, has updated its growth projections for the region, estimating that gross domestic product will rise 2.4% this year and slightly reduce to 2.3% next year. The new estimate for the 2025 represents an upward revision for 2.2% forecast in the Economic Survey of Latin America and the Caribbean 2025, published on August 5. This is the second upward revision since April, when the outlook for regional growth was 2%, and ECLAC said, with this update, the expectation for regional growth is identical to the figure presented in December 2024 of 2.4%. And finally, with some international news. U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday said that he'd agree with President Xi Jinping to trim tariffs on China in exchange for Beijing cracking down on the illicit fentanyl trade, resuming U.S. soybean purchases and keeping rare earths exports flowing. Trump's face-to-face talk with Xi Jinping in the South Korean city of Busan, their first since 2019, marked the finale of a whirlwind Asia trip on which he also touted trade breakthroughs with South Korea, Japan, and Southeast Asian nations. It was an amazing meeting, Trump told reporters aboard Air Force One shortly after he left South Korea, ranking the talks a 12 out of 10. Trump said tariffs on Chinese imports would be cut to 47% from 57%, by halving to 10% the rate of tariffs related to trade in fentanyl precursor drugs. Xi will work very hard to stop the flow of fentanyl, a deadly synthetic opioid that is the leading cause of American overdose deaths, Trump said. Thanks for watching. I'm Antonio Day. Goodbye for now and be safe.
Let's now join Darwin Neblet for HGP's Sports Pulse.
Good evening, Guyana. I'm Darwin Neblet with your HGP TV Sports Pulse for today, Thursday, October 30, 2025. The National Sports Commission, NSC, will celebrate Guyana's finest athletic achievements for 2024 at its prestigious annual National Sports Awards on November 8. After a thorough evaluation of submissions from the national federations, the NSC Selection Committee, guided by Director of Sports Steve Ninval, ensured a transparent and merit-based decision process. Candidates for Sportsman of the Year include national footballer and Guyana's all-time leading goal scorer Maury Glasgow, IFBB bodybuilder Nicholas Albert, Guyana senior men's 100 meters and long jump record holder Emmanuel Archibald, and former West Indies under-19 cricketer Ashmed Ned. The Junior Sportsman of the Year category will be decided from among national junior athletes Kaiden Prasad and Malachi Austin, swimming sensation Raekwon Noel, and chess player Sachin Pitambar. Contending for the Sportswoman of the Year award are squash stars Nicolette Finance and Ashley Khalil, alongside Taekwondo standout C.L.E. Peterson and world champion bodybuilder Rosanna Fung. The Junior Sportswoman of the Year nominees include Carifta and South American Games gold medalist Atalia Hinkson and Carifta Games gold medalist Tiana Springer. Nominated for the Coach of the Year are Julian Edmonds of the Running Brave Track Club, cricket coach Ryan Hercules, and GDF football coach Joseph Bill Wilson, while the Ghana Basketball Federation, the Ghana Chess Association, the Ghana Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation, and the Guyana Gulf Association have been nominated for the 2024 Association of the Year. Male Sports Official of the Year will be decided from among GBF President Michael Singh, FIFA referee Shavin Green, bodybuilding official Vitish Sukram, and Kerwin Johnson. Nominees on the women's side include Natasha George, Denisha Isaacs, and Eileen Bowman Joseph. For excellence in sports coverage, the nominees are Raul Tony of Kaitro News, Michelangelo Jacobus of Stabrook News, Jemima Holmes of the Guyana Times, Akeem Green of Newsroom, and Eric Collymore of NCN. An award will also be presented to the Corporate Sponsor of the Year from among the Milco, Anson McCall, ENET, Blue Water Shipping, MVP Sports, ExxonMobil, Trophy Stall, and Sublime Security. Into golf, the Brava Guyana Open 2025 golf tournament will be officially launched during a cocktail reception at the Lusignan Golf Club on Friday. The country's premier golf tournament, which commences on Saturday, November 1st and concludes on Sunday, November 2nd, is expected to feature in excess of 100 participants from multiple countries, including Suriname and Fiji. Guyana's contingent will be led by 13-time champion Avinash Prasad and our leading female 6-time champion Christine Sukram and 2-time champion Dr. Joanne Dio. Moving into football, action resumed in the Ghana Football Federation's Division 1 Women's League 2025 with 2 fixtures at the National Training Center in Providence on Wednesday. The first match was a commanding 3-1 victory for Manadalas FC over the Namstel as Liliana Greenwich scored once and Delicia Fraser netted a brilliant double. The Namstel's Delia Chow scored once in a losing effort. In match number 2, Santos secured a narrow 1-0 victory over the Fruta Conquerors as Gabriel Rivera produced the winning strike. More in football, the final day of action in the 2025 Courts Optical Under-11 Pee Wee Schools Football Tournament is set for this Saturday, November 1st at the Ministry of Education ground on Carifesta Avenue. The third place playoff match will feature Redeemer Primary versus West Randell Primary as Lenore Primary will take on St. John the Baptist Primary in the grand finale. And finally, the West Indies will take on Bangladesh in the third and final T20 International in Chittagong on Friday. Commencing at 8 a.m., the Windies will be looking to take a clean sweep in the T20 series after conceding the ODI series to Bangladesh 2-1. That's it for this edition of the HGP TV Sports Pulse. I'm Delwyn Neblet reminding you to stay in the game.
Government should give us more information on Venezuelan bomber, says Dr. Henry Jeffrey. $150 million in spy equipment for intelligence agency. Legislation to be retabled in Parliament soon. Saul Guyana has committed to conducting an internal review of its safety protocol after gas station bombing. And South Rheinveld resident sounds alarm over stagnant water mosquito infestation following drainage works undertaken by Delta Trucking and Logistics. And in sport, National Sports Commission to celebrate Guyana's athletic achievements for 2024. Those are our major headlines for these stories and more. Please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm ALETHEA Grant. Thanks for watching.